tag team of More Than a Handful earned TWA contracts as Michael Shane and Chris Kruger in a handicap match defeated Venum due to screwed-up interference by the Demons of Destiny. From the Far West Rodeo in San Antonio, Texas, this is the Texas Wrestling Alliance Total Impact. I'm Kevin Vargas, afternoon host of 99.5 KISS, San Antonio's rock station. And from the chant, you probably get an idea who's standing here with me. He is by stipulation CEO. He's the man who's got it all. He has control of the organization. He has the title belt, TWA champ, Venum, who, through your graciousness, we now have a new tag team, More Than a Handful. They have contracts, and they are in our first match tonight, taking on Rudy Boy Gonzalez and the Bonecrusher. And I understand you are conducting the interview tonight with, back from his second successful tour of Japan, young Texan Lance Cade.
That's right, Kevin. And as promised, tonight, three-way Texas tornado match.
Now, wait a minute. From what I understand, Tiger Steele's so humiliated with his defeat to Spanky, he's left town.
That's correct. Tiger Steele showed his true color, which, of course, happens to be yellow. But still, as I said, I'm a man of my word. Three-way Texas tornado tonight.
Well, then who's the third combatant? There's only two Demons of Destiny.
I'll let you know that later on in the show, Kevin.
Well, we'll find out then when he's good and ready. Let's hear it from our tag teams in tonight's first match.
More Than a Handful. I saw your match last week with Venum. This week it's not 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2. You're going to find out Rudy Boy Gonzalez and Bonecrusher are more than enough. That's right. Rat Boy, right at the end, you say you're going to come out, do this, do that. Well, everybody's got a plan till they get crushed.
Rudy Poo and Bone Smuggler. Well, you two guys are out here playing drop the soap. We're out here winning matches. We didn't come to the TWA to play games and screw around. We came to take care of business. And tonight, you're going to get more than your hands full. Now cue our porno music.
Rudy Boy Gonzalez is not a happy man these days. He's missing something around his waist, and he swears.
Please welcome Michael Shane and Chris Kruger. More Than a Handful.
Rudy Boy swears, shooter, it ain't over. Well, right now, he wants to make a statement along with Bonecrusher. Their goal is to take two young upcomers and say, this veteran is running the show, which is actually what you're doing, Venum. You're running the show.
I am running the whole kit and caboodle, Kevin. Oh.
Nice launch off into the drop kick.
The elevation of that drop kick. Good teamwork, too.
This tag team, just last week on TWA Total Impact, earned their right. Nice double team move. They are a good cohesive tag team. Chris Kruger, Michael Shane, More Than a Handful. Right now, just laying the elbows, the legs down, everything on a Bonecrusher, getting his bones crushed just a little. They earned the right just last week on TWA Total Impact. They have contracts. They are a part of now the Texas Wrestling Alliance. More talent, more young blood, more hungry wrestlers out to make a point, out to show everyone here in Texas and throughout the world what they are capable of. And the TWA is planned as the launching pad for many great young careers. So I'll give you this much, Mr. Stipulation, and I add stipulation, CEO Venum. You are finding some good young talent and giving them the opportunity.
I am doing that, Kevin, and Texas Wrestling Alliance is all about that, giving young talent an opportunity to develop their craft and become some of the best wrestlers in the wrestling business today.
Now, Venum, you've done an admirable job of furthering the growth of the TWA product, but you're just continuing to build on the foundation Shawn Michaels laid. I bet if you put aside your resentment and petty jealousy of Shawn, you might find that, well, you two are very much alike.
I don't have any resentment towards him. I've got what I wanted all along. I am the CEO and owner of TWA, and that's the way it's going to stay. This place is going to skyrocket in success.
Michael Shane moving beautifully, leapfrogs up and over, turns around, throws in the drop kick, and Bonecrusher is out, getting consoled right now. And launch! Chris Kruger just sent Michael Shane.
Unbelievable dive there.
Wingspan stretched out, takes out both members of Rudy Boy Gonzalez and the Bonecrusher team.
I tell you, this young team really works well together, and that's the key to tag team wrestlers. As you know, I've been involved in tag teams a long time in my career. When you know what your partner's doing, don't have to think twice about it. That's when you're successful in tag team wrestling.
Chris Kruger, nice reaction into the arm drag. Flips over Rudy Boy Gonzalez. Rudy back into the corner. Couple blows to the gut. Chris lets go. Rudy sets him up for the Irish whip. Into the corner, follows it up. Rudy Boy just baiting the crowd. Starts laying in the blows to Chris Kruger. Presses him behind. Pops down Rudy Boy Gonzalez. And the crowd, it's a combination of they appreciate Chris Kruger and they love watching Rudy Boy take a beating.
Oh, my goodness, what a super kick.
Big super kick lays out Michael Cade. Only a 2 count. As you probably heard from our intro there, Venum, a lot of fans want Sean. They want to know where HBK is and what is his role. Have you made a decision yet?
Well, I've pondered that for a long time, and I believe that I have come to some sort of decision, and I'll make that available to everybody here shortly.
Michael Shane just dropped into the soap drop. Bonecrusher Rudy Boy held him up there, brought him down, knocked the air out, and now Bonecrusher following it up. This vicious ex-con hitman of Rudy Boy. Rudy Boy Gonzalez' friend, his partner, Bonecrusher.
Good combination teamwork on their part as well. They're the backbreaker into an elbow drop off the second rope. You hear the people
I hear
chant the name of Just Incredible, the man I'm bringing here on the 21st for the
Incredible Showdown. Right here,
exactly
March 21st, Far West Rodeo. Just Incredible is coming to town. ECW's, part of the Impact players, Just Incredible. And Venum, I gotta believe, he would be a serious threat to your title if you saw it within yourself to give him the opportunity.
Well, actually, I wouldn't have no problem with that if that's what he desires. When I defeat him and send him back to ECW with his tail between his legs, it'll elevate the TWA heavyweight title that much more in the world of wrestling today.
Chris Kruger just laying in some blows, just going one right after the other. Michael Shane now coming in for the double team. Sets up Rudy Boy and Bonecrusher. Reversal. Bonecrusher launched into Rudy Boy. Michael Shane, good reaction. Michael Shane taking advantage. Bonecrusher down. He was set. Just ready to hike the blow. Rudy Boy kind of staggering on the old wobbly leg streak. Michael Shane now deposits Bonecrusher out. Chris Kruger, is he going to drop Rudy down or bring him in? Let's see.
He's going to bring him in with a suplex.
Sets him up with a suplex. Bonecrusher.
Oh, Bonecrusher grabbed the foot.
Bonecrusher grabbing.
He's still holding on
and
to
he's
it.
still holding on. And Rudy Boy Gonzalez and Bonecrusher.
That's good work right there.
The wily veteran, Rudy Boy Gonzalez, obviously influenced. The two young men making up more than a handful got caught. One of the oldest wrestling tricks in the book. A lesson well learned, but they're not going to just say, no moment of glory here for Rudy and Bonecrusher. Could it be the death plunge? Yes! Takes out both Rudy Boy and Bonecrusher. They may get their hands raised in victory, but right now, that elevation isn't very high because they are laying out on the floor, courtesy of the DP from more than a handful. Chris Kruger using his back to help Michael Shane gain the elevation, somersault into both Rudy Boy and Bonecrusher. More than a handful. Coming up next, we have an interview with a young man who has been on a rampage, not only here in Texas, but now he can put Japan on the resume. His second successful tour of the FMW is over, and Lance Cade is back, and TWA champ Venum is going to be talking to the young Texan in the ring next. Seven Dust's latest CD, Home, featuring the hit songs Denial and Waffle, available at Hog Wild Records. Buy it.
Since its modest beginnings in 1929, Alamo Music Center has become an important asset to the Alamo City. The Flores family believes that their personal community involvement is the heart and soul of Alamo music.
The spirit of San Antonio is expressed through its music. We are proud to be part of that heritage.
Alamo Music Center, providing San Antonio with the world's finest musical products.
Because life is just more fun when you play music.
Just 30 minutes from downtown San Antonio, where the living is a little bit country, you'll find Chaparral Ford Divine, the country dealer with the big city style. Chaparral Ford has a big selection of Ford cars, trucks, and sport utility vehicles. A state-of-the-art service department with only 35 technicians and a fully stocked computerized parts department. Chaparral Ford Divine, 35 South at the Bigfoot exit, number 124. And remember, we want to be your car dealer.
Who can turn this stone into your dream? Garza Masonry Stone. Frank Garza's over 40 years of hands-on experience gives him the know-how to bring the stone to life. Commercial buildings, homes, or landscapes, Garza Masonry Stone has the largest variety and colors of native and non-native stones. And unlike the other companies, this is their only business, and they're the largest quarrier in the state, giving you the largest selection of rock in South Texas. Garza Masonry Stone, turning your dreams into reality.
The Texas Wrestling Alliance returns to our home base, Far West Rodeo, on March 21st. Reserved Tuesday night, March 21st. It's the Incredible Showdown in a steel cage. The tag team champions, the Board of Education, with the belt on the line against the American Dragon and Spanky. And ECW's Just Incredible is coming to take part. Find out more next week on TWA Total Impact.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would like to bring out to you the Big Texan, the young cowboy, just signed by the World Wrestling Federation, just came back of a successful tour of Japan, Lance Cade.
Venum acting in his role, CEO, getting to make the call, make the decision. He's decided to do this interview himself. The role formerly held by Shawn Michaels. And I mean both CEO and interviewer. Lance Cade, this will be curious to see what he has to say to Venum, because you know young Lance would love to be the man to take that strap off the waist of the TWA champion and put it around his own.
For a young man such as yourself, you just signed a contract with the World Wrestling Federation, just came off a second successful tour of Japan. I'd say life's pretty good for you right now, ain't it? Well, good. In case you haven't noticed, though, since you've been gone, there has been some changes around here. You no longer work for Shawn Michaels. You now work for me.
How do you feel about that, Lance?
And to welcome you home, Lance, what I've decided to do is, since Tiger Steel tucked his tail between his legs and ran out of town, you, my boy, are going to be the third combatant in our three-way Texas Tornado match with one stipulation. Lose or leave Texas Wrestling Alliance forever, so your stay home may not be that long, Lance.
Lance Cade.
That's fine. I make my home here. I started my career in the TWA. If you want to, I'm going against your two boys tonight. That's fine. But tonight, after the night's over, I still plan on being here.
The three-way is set.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lance Cade.
The three-way Texas Tornado match. What was to be Venum's tough love tourney is now the two Demons of Destiny remaining. And Lance Cade, who is not showing his respect for Mr. Stipulation CEO. However, here come the other two Demons of Destiny. Now, all three of these men are going to be fighting in tonight's main event. They're going to be fighting each other. I guess Wayne and Big Bad John just doing the smart thing, trying to eliminate Lance right away. They would love to see him to be the man to leave. Venum laying in the blows, now going after the stick. Meanwhile, the Demons of Destiny just pounding on Lance Cade. And the stick on young Lance's head. Once, twice, down goes the tough Texan. He is double Texan tough, but he's got three men beating on him. And this is before the match where he's going to have to wrestle two of those men. Venum, this is that. Lance is busted open, huge.
Well, it looks to me like there's going to be only two wrestlers in the three-way Texas Tornado match tonight.
Lance is going to need a transfusion after that attack. Lance Cade busted open by the Demons of Destiny, left laying in a pool of his own blood in the ring. That blonde hair is
It's got nothing to do whether I thought they could do it or not. I asked that young man twice to become a part of Demons of Destiny. And anyone that turns down Venum, that's what happens to him.
Lance Cade right now needs attention. He is scheduled to be part of the three-way Texas Tornado match that is coming up next in our main event against Big Bad John and Wayne Knight.
Drag his butt on out of here.
Experience the wild side of professional wrestling. The Texas Wrestling Alliance live to Rizzo Springs on March 19th at the Royal Palace Ballroom, 3 p.m. Tickets at Royal Mart and Dairy Queen and BJ's Video in Crystal City. And make plans now. It is the showcase event for the Texas Wrestling Alliance, the Incredible Showdown, on Tuesday, March 21st, Far West Rodeo. Tickets $10 for adults, $5 for anyone with a student ID. The Don't Miss Live Wrestling Card of the Year in San Antonio.
How do you make tortillas with their warm, pillowy flatbread and tons of good stuff even better?
I'm all ears.
You drop the price to only 49 cents when you buy any drink.
Somebody pinch me.
49-cent Gorditas, only at Taco Bell.
I've seen a lot of Texas out on the open road.
If there's one thing Texas has plenty of, it's open road, which gives us plenty of room to stretch the legs of our Ford Mustangs. And considering a lot of those Mustangs have high-powered V8s, plenty of room is a good thing to have. 260 horses have a lot of legs to stretch. To test drive Mustang now with great low financing and huge cash back, visit your Texas Ford dealer today. See why Ford is the best in Texas.
For news and information in San Antonio, turn to Ken's Radio AM 1160.
Be informed.
Local news at the top of every hour, business information every 10 minutes, and national news from CBS Radio 24 hours a day.
Be prepared.
Up-to-the-minute reports from the Ken's 5 Weather Center keep you ahead of the storm.
Be on time.
Stay out of the jam with the help of morning and afternoon traffic updates. Ken's Radio AM 1160, San Antonio's news and information source.
Introducing the biggest, boldest player in the Colonel Sandwich lineup. My spicy triple crunch zinger. Not one, not two, but 3 big strips of white meat chicken, plus the Colonel's spicy zinger sauce. Try one today for just $1.99. Booyah!
Ladies and gentlemen, your first combatant in this Texas Tornado match. He is one of the Demons of Destiny, the natural-born thriller, Wayne Knight. And one of the other Demons of Destiny making his way out now, he is Big Bad John.
All right, Venum, what's going to happen now? I guess we might as well get the match started right now because that's all there's going to be for this match.
Lance Cade, if he's even able to get out here at any point, at a severe disadvantage between the blood in the eye, the blood loss, and the fact that the beating he took in the hands of you, Mr. CEO, I thought you were... Obviously, this is nothing more than an attempt to get Lance out of the TWA. Your boys, the Demons of Destiny, it's already 2-on-1. If they were all fighting each other, if Tiger would have had the courage to show up, then it would have been a little more even. If you had 3 guys fighting each other with the fear that any man would be willing to put them out. Now instead we got 2 who will know all they have to do is get rid of Lance.
Ring the bell, come on.
All they have to do, there it is, ring the bell. You want to ring the bell? Ring the bell. How do you expect...
Ladies and gentlemen, this third combatant.
Oh,
it is Texas Tornado match.
He made
He
it.
is 6'7", 265 pounds. Lance Cade.
How the hell is he walking out here right now? Where does Lance Cade find the courage, the daring, and the energy to fight both members of the Demons of Destiny? Big Bad John. However, they have not exactly showed the best teamwork recently.
Come on, guys, get it together.
Lance Cade still covered in blood from that sneak attack. Nice kick on Big Bad John, and down he
Get
goes.
him off of there. Gee.
These guys, the Demons of Destiny, are not exactly the most cohesive team these days, Venum. Already, Tiger Steele's walked away from your organization. He turned his tail and ran. So now you got just 2 left. And Lance, back from his 2nd successful tour of Japan. taking a heroic stand against both members.
You know,
Big Bad John, Wayne
Kevin,
Knight.
It's amazing to be a guy 7'1", 400 pounds, got beat by a man half his size, and then tucked his tail between his legs, showed his true colors, and took off, and nobody knows where he's at.
Wayne Knight, Big Bad John just having their way with Lance Cade, and the crowd.
It's about time.
The crowd not exactly appreciative. A couple of fans appreciating the action of the Texas Wrestling Alliance, but for the most part, there's a lot of stunned faces. I look around here, jaws are hanging in disbelief that Lance Cade is even out there competing against both of these men in his condition, in his state.
Well,
you know those wounds are not healed, they are not dried.
Oh, absolutely not. I got to give him credit for even being out there. But, hey, that's the way this sport is. It's vicious, it's not fair, and things happen you can't control sometimes.
It's not pretty right now.
It sure is not.
Speaking of not pretty, Big Bad John just racking into the big ham hocks. And Wayne Knight.
What'll be real pretty is when Lance Cade has to pack up his suitcase and leave the Texas Wrestling Alliance forever.
He said he was thrilled to be back in Texas, ready for a little,
not for long,
a little good old Texas beef and barbecue after being in Japan and living off sushi and raw fish and rice for the last couple weeks. Right now, Wayne Knight is cranking up the chair. He may be like special delivery back to Japan at this rate. Big Bad John takes Big Lance, and Lance is...
That's the way the job gets done. Attaboy.
One thing you can always say about the Texas Wrestling Alliance, our wrestlers put it all over the line. Hard work, hard knocks, it's the same thing in the TWA.
Hardcore.
This match definitely hardcore. I know the censors are going to have their way with the rating on tonight's show. Lance Cade is once again busted open, no surprise there, going right after Big Bad John. You've got to be concerned if the blood loss will not become a factor for Lance. John now, hey, the trash is in the can. Now we're getting some of the fans are standing on their feet. Now they're excited. And Lance throws the clothesline down with Big Bad John. Meanwhile, Wayne Knight over here just now getting to his feet. Pulled off Lance. This is a 2-on-1. This is not a three-way Texas Tornado match. A three-way Texas Tornado match. A three-way Texas Tornado match is 3 men against each other. This is a 2-on-1 handicap match. This is not what you promised us. This is not fair, and this is not right. Lance Cade has a bright future, and you're stacking the deck against him.
Tiger Steel left. I promised you a 3-way Texas Tornado. I did the best that I could to give you 3 men in the ring at the same time, fighting for their careers and their lives here in the Texas Wrestling Alliance.
From what I've seen, there are 2 men as one fighting 1 man.
Well, I can't help if there's some allegiances in there. Why didn't Lance Cade get together with Wayne Knight and do the same thing?
You know, Venum, after last week, I thought there was a more benevolent Venum in our future. I'm beginning to wonder. Just Incredible is coming to town. Back for a fact. Lance Cade, double clothesline. And there go both the Demons of Destiny. Just Incredible coming to town as part of the big show, the Incredible Showdown on March 21st. Is he your next recruit? You're missing a Demon of Destiny.
Could be. You never know.
Lance now. Over Big Bad John. But again, it's a 2-on-1. You know, Venum, you better be careful about Just Incredible because he is an accomplished wrestler, always looking to further his own agenda. And if I recall, there's a lot of open contracts with your name on them all over the TWA office.
And so what are you trying to say? You know what? I've worked with TW before. I've wrestled Just Incredible before, and I've beaten Just Incredible before. So it's nothing new to me. I've been all over the world, wrestled a top competition. Bring it on. I do have an open contract as the champion here. I'll take anyone on that comes into this town.
I guess that's what we need to find out either still before this week is over or next week on TWA Total Impact. What part Just Incredible has in the Incredible Showdown. What part Shawn Michaels has in TWA. And right now, we may find out what part Lance Cade has in his future. And it looks like it won't be with the Texas Wrestling Alliance because this three-way Texas Tornado match is over. The loser leaves the TWA. Wayne Knight, in disbelief, their double team efforts appear to have Lance on his way out of the TWA, but he is fighting strong. Lance has the heart of a champion, and I'll say again, he's double Texan tough. And right now, he has to be double Texan tough because he's fighting double Demons of Destiny. And need that. Like they need the chain as an equalizer. Come on, Wayne. Wayne Knight crosses the chain. Lance has it. That was Big Bad John. Wayne, you just screwed up. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Big Bad John is gone. 3 demons of destiny. Becomes 2 demons of destiny. No. Right now, Venum, there's only 1. You know what you always say about there can be only 1? Well, there's only 1 demon of destiny.
You know, Wayne Knight was the first one, and I knew he was the best one, and he didn't quite by my side.
It's just elevated. Not only here in the TWA, but you have got to believe when word of this hits the internet, when these tapes get to Connecticut, Lance Cade has just increased his ranking through all of wrestling as a young Texan. Bloody, beat, but not defeated. The Lance Cade Movie Company has just sent Big Bad John packing. Three demons of destiny become 2 become. Once again, your night didn't exactly go the way you planned, did it?
No, it sure didn't, and I am a man of the word. Big Bad John is on out of here. He can never return to the Texas Wrestling Alliance, ever.
And Venum, you were a man of your word. You gave us lots of action.
I always do that, Kevin.
There are still questions that remain. Just Incredible at the Incredible Showdown on March 21st. What is his role? Shawn Michaels here in the TWA. You are Stipulation CEO. What is Shawn's future? Those questions have got to be answered next week.
And if the fans tune in to Total Impact next week, they perhaps will be answered.
Last night, nearly 2 million Texans went to bed hungry, and that number is increasing at an alarming rate. I'm Sarah Lucero, and that's why Ken 5 is again teaming up with HEB for the Checkout Hunger Project. Just pick up a donation coupon at participating HEBs and hand it to the cashier. Every dollar goes to feed the people of South Texas. No one should go hungry in San Antonio. Please help San Antonio Food Bank, Ken 5, and HEB Checkout Hunger.
They have one in Universal City.
Stipulation CEO and TWA champ Venum has just taken his boy, I use the word boy, singular, to the back. Lance Cade, great job. A historic night. One of the most gallant battles we have ever seen here on TWA Total Impact. Now, Just Incredible's role at the Incredible Showdown on March 21st here at Far West Rodeo. We need answers. Shawn Michaels' role in the future of the TWA. We need answers. Those answers have got to come next week. Kevin Vargas, thanks for joining us. Answers next week on TWA